Dry weather with a slight breeze provided the ideal weather conditions for exhibitors, spectators and livestock for Caithness Agricultural Society's county show, staged this year at Thurso, where the top cattle champion was crowned supreme overall. Producing a third overall champion of champions accolade for Iain and Andrew Morris's small Charolais cattle herd from Olrig Mains, was the 18-month-old Olrig Minny, ANET heifer bred from Blelack Jenny and sired by Blelack Blackberry. John Bremner, overall judge and retired auctioneer from Harpsdale, Falkirk, said, "There is just something very sweet about the Charolais heifer and she's got a great body and length. She is an easy winner, but the reserve overall is also a great animal." That was the Supreme Sheep Champion, a North Country Cheviot from Andrew Polson's 150 ewe flock from Charolais. Champion Crofters Sheep and overall sheep champion at Latheron Show, his 2 crappie was by Durham Rover and out of a Biggins bred ewe bought at Coibray. Overall sheep judge Archie Hamilton, auctioneer at Laurie and Symington's Lanark Centre, awarded the Reserve Interbird Prize to the Suffolk leader. This was a 2-shear ram from Kenneth Sutherland and Son Stephen and Kenneth of Stainland and Sibmister Farms. He was bought at Kelso Ram Sales last year from Skelf Hill. Andrew Polson, Charolais, Libster, took the Supreme Sheep Champion and Reserve Champion of Champions with his North County Cheviot Champion, a 2-year-old ewe by Durham Rover. Back amongst the cattle, and the overall judges, Anne McPherson and George McFadzean, found their reserve supreme in the Shorthorn Best, Todholes Daisy Kirsty, a senior heifer, from John Campbell & Co., Todholes. Overall horse champion was the Highland leader with the Clydesdale champion in reserve. Results: Cattle Aberdeen Angus, Robert Coghill, of Meadowcroft Dun, with Dun Proud Julius, a March 2017 born bull by ID Vise collar placed at the Black Beauty Bonanza. Reserve, Our Coghill, Meadowcroft with Dun Proud Eugene, a similarly aged bull by ID Vise Eugene, 4th at the Black Beauty Bonanza. Shorthorn, John Campbell & Co., Todholes, Thurso, with Todholes Daisy Kirsty, by Lothair Godwin, champion here in 2017, 2nd in the Scottish Herds competition. Sole entry, Highland, Sheila Gillan, of Lower Toft Tingle, Watton, with Lulu of Avydale, a 2-year-old heifer by Angus 8, of Dunvegan. Reserve at Latheron. Reserve, Sheila Gillan with Donald Ruat of Avydale, a 15-month-old bull bred the same way as the champion. Any other pure native, D. A. and K. Douglas, of Acnemoyne Farm, Watton, with Crowsdale Cherub, a 13-year-old belted Galloway cow bought in 2016 privately from James Naylor, shown. Reserve, the Douglas family with last year's champion, Acnemoyne Oreo, by Saltway Rebel. Charolais, Iain and Andrew Morris, of Olrig Mains, with Olrig Minny, an 18-month-old ET, by Blelack Blackberry, reserve senior female at the Stars of the Future. Sole entry, Simmental, Jonathan Gunn, of Mavsy, Libster, with Mavsy Dancer, a 6-year-old cow by Pope's Laird. Overall cattle champion here in 2016. Reserve, Jonathan Gunn with the champion's January-born heifer calf, Mavsy Jazz Dancer, by Yergirgard Istanbul. Commercial cattle, Gordy Beg, Faldale, Nibster, with Double or Quits, a mid-January-born black heifer calf by a Limousine Cross British Blue Bull bought privately from Main Stable Hall. Reserve overall at Latheron. Reserve, Ronnie McKay, the Croft, East Markle, with a 4-month-old Limousine Cross Charolais homebred heifer calf on her first outing. She is by Lodge Hamlet. Sheep Porter Leicester, a Miller & Sons, of Amester, Thurso, with a homebred 2-shear ram by Ditton Hitman. Reserve, a Miller & Sons with a Gimmer by Lammermuir Star. Suffolk, Kenneth Sutherland and Son Stephen and Kenneth of Sibmister and Stainland Farms, with a 2-shear ram bought at Kelso from Skelf Hill for £3.400 last year. Reserve, Angus Brims, of Fester Mains, Wick, with a homebred 1-crop ewe by Yessa Usain. Half-bred, Ian Miller, of Bucky's, Thurso, with an April-born ewe lamb by an Amester ram bought at Coibray. Reserve, a Miller & Sons, with a 3-crop ewe by a homebred sire. Prime Lambs, John Campbell & Co. with a pen of 2 April-born Texel Cross ewe lambs weighing 43 kilograms. One was by a Camwell sire with the other by a knock ram. Reserve, Iain and Andrew Morris, of Olrig Mains, with a pair of 2 home-bred Suffolk Cross lambs. North County Cheviot, Andrew Poulsen, of Charolais, with a home-bred 2-crop ewe by Durham Rover. Champion at Latheron. Reserve, Dean Campbell and Sons, for Bardnaclaven, with a home-bred 2-crop ewe by Caronside Royal Mail. Sheep judging at the Caithness show. North County Cheviot groups, a Poulsen with the 2-shear ram, Durham Rover, the breed champion, and a Gimmer by Durham Rover. Cheviot Hill Sheep, Castle of May Trust of Longo Farm, May, with an April-born ewe lamb by Hev Mount Patrick. Reserve, W.M. Sutherland, of Brackside, Ray, with a home-bred 2-shear ram by the 10,000-pound Brackside Special Blend Man. Blackface, Sandra Sutherland, of Bennetchi, Harpsdale, with a ewe lamb by a Chamberwells sire bought last year. Reserve, Sandra Sutherland with the mother of the champion, a Chamberwells bred ewe. Any other native sheep, Murdo MacDonald, of Akron, for Synard, with a South Country Cheviot ewe lamb by a Chateau bought at Lockerbie in 2014. Reserve, Murdo MacDonald with the dam of the champion. Lane, John Campbell & Co. with a previously unshown home-bred 3-crop ewe by Fort Casanova. Reserve, John Campbell & Co. with an April-born ewe lamb by a Johnston ram bought at Carlisle. Commercial sheep, William Barnettson and Sons, James and William, of Linniger, with a 3-crop Texel Cross ewe with March-born Suffolk Cross lambs. Reserve, Kenneth Sutherland and Sons, Stephen and Kenneth with a Cheviot mule ewe with March-born Texel Cross lambs. Cross sheep, William Barnettson and Sons, James and William, with a home-bred 3/4 Texel Gimmer. Reserve, Kenneth Sutherland and Sons, Stephen and Kenneth with a 7/8 Texel 4-crop ewe. Texel sheep, MD, Amy Gunn, the Sheehan Hill of Force, with a 1-crop Millbank bred ewe bought at the Christmas Classic last year from Robbie Wilson. She is by Glenside Wildboy. Reserve, Amy Gunn with a top lamb by Arkle Ying Yang bred from Lower Reese bred Gimmer by Knock Fantastic. Texel, non-MV, Jamie Coghill, for Burnside, Hoona, with Lower Reese Wildcard, a 3-shear ram bought at Dingwall as a shearling ram from his breeder, Douglas Webster. He is by Garngor Nobleman and was champion at Caithness Bay. Reserve, Ewan Simpson, of Kernside, Old Hall, with a previously unshown ewe lamb by a Mainview sire. Any other, Continental, Donald Spence, of Hillside, Killmeister, with a 3-shear Beltex ram, Gregor's Apollo, bought at Thainstone as a shearling. Reserve, Amy Gunn with a Beltex ram lamb. Native horses, Clydesdale, Michael and Jacqueline Monroe, Gersa Croft, Newlands, of Geiss, with the 4-month-old filly foal, Gerso Lady Lauren by Eridul Belveni. Reserve, Michael and Jacqueline Monroe with the dam of the champion, West Glen Apple Blossom, by Colussi Stepping Down. Highland Pony, Natalie MacDonald, of Bridge Street, Hawkirk, with a 7-year-old Grey Gelding, Brahiller King Duncan, by Bellavat Mulbanach. Reserve, J. McLeod, of 6 Upper Doonray, Thurso, with Briar Rose of Park View, a 4-year-old Yeldmare. Shetland Pony, Evelyn and Susan Dunnett, of Linfield, Lith, with the 5-year-old Yeldmare, Anya Vakhorn, by Inhala Majestic. Reserve, Evelyn and Susan Dunnett with Octavia of Vakhorn, a 3-year-old filly by the same sire.